All right, welcome back, everyone. We just had an absolutely insane last series in the Challenger League. If you guys missed that one, you need to go back and watch it. But first, we have an insane matchup here in the Challenger Leagues. Oh my goodness, Rogue is gifting 20 subs. Oh my
Oh my.
goodness, to kick things off. I That's a perfect time to do it. Holy crap, Rogue is going in, newly promoted manager. He's dropping the subs, 20 gifted in the chat. Thank you to Rogue there. Congratulations on the promotion. He bought that promotion. I'm kidding. But thank you, Rogue. What a legend after that last series. A crazy one. We're running a little bit behind Bagels, so I'm going to introduce you. How you doing, Bagels? How you doing?
Doing great. I got a coffee in me. I got a little bit of energy in me, ready for another exciting series. Perhaps we go to game 7, but maybe not over the schedule game 7.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Let's quickly run through things. We're gonna do a lot of talking while the game is going on because we're about 15 minutes behind after that crazy Game 7 experience. We have Venom versus Flame. Let's take a little look at the bracket here. If you guys just watched the last game, you saw that Snowstorm survived in Game 7. Advancing on to the semifinals, and you also see that Orbit and Drakes are in the other side there on the bottom. We have Venom versus Flame here in this one. And if we quickly go toward the odds for this matchup, Flame and Venom, it's split down the middle. No one knows who's going to win, Bagels. These teams are tied up. We got them ready to join up in the lobby. So as we get them joined, I want to hear, who are you taking here? It's very split in the predictions. Are you leaning one way or the other here?
I think I'm gonna have to go Flame here. Uh, Not quite sure if it's gonna go to 7, but I'll probably say Flame 4-2 or Flame 4-3. I think Venom has what it takes to keep it close, but I think we'll have to see if previous Season 2 champion Khan and a solid player like Zuriel can get the job done. But that being said, whoever wins this matchup here is going to have to go up against the winners of the previous one we just
Yeah.
saw. And that's going to be a tough match, but hey, we'll have to see between the 4-5 seed who's even going to get there.
Yeah, definitely so. This matchup, we talked about. I'm sure you guys have seen in the announcement. This is a season 5 grand finals rematch between these two teams, but the roster is obviously a little bit different. Flame, a lot of the same people. Venom, actually, a couple of the same people as well. So there's some similarities there as we get underway in game number 1. Venom versus Flame. Venom in the green with Cram, Grab, and Milk, and then on the red side we have Khan, Zuriel, and Isaac. And, I'm going to actually talk about this one. They have Khan Ladon, former Nemesis manager, back in the league, out here in the Challenger League, trying to make his name on this Flame roster.
I think, at least as far as I know, Rockerman, the last time we casted a game with Khan in it was the Season 2 Grand Finals,
Mm-hmm.
where he showed up really big to get that game-tying pass in the all-important Game 7 that ended up going to OT, and can't really remember seeing him on stream anytime past that. We'll have to see if he comes up with any big plays here.
Yeah, no, Khan, he stepped down from manager a while ago, focusing on his studies in college. They're trying to be a lawyer. Lawyer Khan here back on the pitch. So I'm curious to see, he's taken a couple seasons off. He used to be a rival, dropped down to challenger, trying to regain. And, he's got two people on this team with Zuriel and Isaac who have been in this experience before. They've been on Flame for a while here. So they've got that, well, they got that experience. As Isaac is looking for a redirect there, but it's not gonna go, as here comes Cram, who's sending it down. The team lead putting one home, and Venom is gonna strike first.
Yeah, interesting. Zuriel just pushing in his third man here when there was realistically no shot of him making a play on that. But again, one of those situations where Flame, they only have 2 registered shots, but really I feel like they had 4 or 5 opportunities in that drive, and they couldn't get the job done. They even double committed off the sidewall and were still continuing to throw bodies at the plays, and it just didn't work out for him. And eventually the overcommit bit him in the butt there, but still, the offense for Flame looking good, but Venom looking to play that counterattack game, a lot of midfield control, and we'll have to see if they can catch Flame out again or if Flame can focus on the accuracy and the rotation.
We'll definitely have to see. And something I didn't get to mention. If you guys did not see the season 5 grand finals, that one was actually one of the more disappointing grand finals we've had in Nemesis Bagels. I know Flame was missing a member from their starting roster, so they got a grudge in this game. Try to get back. Not only is it playoffs and you want to win in advance, but when you get embarrassed like that in a grand finals, you got to have a chip on your shoulder. Even if you weren't on the team at the time, you still feel the pain from your previous team.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I'm not entirely sure because it was so long ago. I think the player in question that was missing was actually Zuriel. So, gonna be important for him to try and step up here, try and make a push back to grand finals. But like we said, whoever is the victor here will be having to go up against a tough ask in Snowstorm. But that being said, we'll have to go through Venom, which we've been talking a lot about Flame, but realistically on the other side, Venom doesn't have a slouch of a roster either between Grav and Melk, who have been veterans of the league, and Cram, a newcomer the last 2 seasons, making up he's going to be in Rival next season, and Flame continuing to put on the offense, but again, the accuracy plaguing them, and for the moment, Venom, they got one shot. Flame doesn't have that many either in 4, but Flame are just throwing opportunities away left and right.
Yeah, hey, one shot and what a goal here for them. And sometimes you can have low scoring
Oh
affairs. Oh
my.
my goodness, Crab is gonna put another one in. He has two on the board.
And again, another push up from Zuriel as third man, and he actually gets back in time, but perhaps not anticipating the follow from Cram, who just mentioning he is going to be in Rival next season and can be a somewhat mechanical player, able to follow that one and put that with enough pace to sneak his way past Zuriel. But now that's 2 goals that they've been caught out on. Zuriel pushing up too far as third man, and really goals that they should not have given up. In fact, Flame should realistically be up 2, even 3-0 at this point, but Venom, they're playing a smart game right now and waiting for the mistakes to come out.
Yeah, they definitely played smart here, and they've got a lead in game number 1. That's the best of 7 series. So we're under a minute remaining. This ball popped up off the backboard. Grav gonna find a clear. He's sending it down. The GM of this org here, the Victory org, and been a mainstay for a while here. So he was trying to get that one out, but Khan has it open at the shoot at. Grav can't get to it. The backflip, and finally Flame is on the board. Khan Ladon puts it home.
Yeah, that's a great dunk from Zuriel, just tossing a body at, and I don't have any problem with tossing bodies left in a minute down by 2, and it ends up working out for him. And that was actually a really good control from Khan in the midfield. He got the half flip, put himself in position to put a shot on. Wasn't necessarily the fastest shot, but it was top left, and now they're within striking distance here with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, all it takes now is one, and as we all know for Rocket League, as long as this ball is up, even with 0 seconds, they'll even have more time to possibly score a tie and goal to force overtime. But Venom, they're not interested as they send it out. Zuriel back towards the net. Grab, making a save and able to clear that one away. This ball's popped up by Isaac. He's got an opportunity to try to get it out to Khan, but Khan doesn't have the boost. As this one's sent back, Zuriel up to the sidewall here, trying to get it back in, but a huge boom and clear, and Venom is going to have to take it. Going to try to take it here, but Flame, can they take it down the length of the pitch? Isaac, he's on the control, but a little bit too hard on the touch, and it touches the ground. Venom, hold on and take game number 1.
That would have been very reminiscent of that play from last night. I'm not quite sure who it was, but it was a player on an Ignite that got that 0-second
Yeah,
flick.
Kata.
But that was a close opportunity right there, and that's really hard to ask of anybody to try and make that shot, but it was possible. And Isaac has come up with some clutch mechanical plays in seasons past, but he had an opportunity in the final 10 seconds there where he kind of went up for an aerial. He got the flip reset, but it kind of popped off his body and ended up getting tossed off to the side. I think if he just put it off the backboard, it would have been a much better setup for Khan. And trying not to do the flashy things, especially it's hard to rely on the flashy plays in the final seconds of the game. And I mean, when you're in the moment, it's hard to think about what the smartest decision is and kind of, I don't know, just the innate decision to want to do something, want to do the right thing for your team. And sometimes doing the simple thing is the best thing. But either way, Venom walk away with a victory by the skin of their teeth, because I think Flame is going to come out a lot more hot here in game 2.
I'll definitely have to see. And that's a great point there about just trying to do the right thing. And I think sometimes especially when we get down to Challenger here, it's like it's right in the middle, right when these guys they're very mechanical. They can be very mechanical at times, but sometimes it's more about the decision making. Maybe to not go
Oh,
for the mechanical play as Venom overcommitting. Isaac is gonna strike first. Actually, Khan he says, "Give me that. I'll take that goal." That's a Khan Ladon move right there.
that I was just about to say that is absolutely a con move, and you know what, he'll run that one over to the bank with that. But again, it kind of seems like, well, we got 4 more minutes here to figure out the nature of game 2 and what that has in store for us. But game 1 was just really a battle of who's going to overcommit. Venom, they ended up getting 2 goals from Flame overcommits, and Flame they got one. They got the goal from a Venom overcommit, but really Flame just missed out on a lot of shots. We'll have to see if this overcommitting keeps happening. Zuriel in a chance to try and read it off the backboard. Would have been a nutty read. Still dangerous. Pass in the middle, but Khan actually faking this, and this is going to be a little dangerous here. Grab gets a fake of his own, and he will put it one through, and perhaps Khan should have just dove on this.
This is nasty from Grab. He just fakes out Zuriel. He sends him to another dimension there. What a fake and what a goal.
I think Khan was at such a tough position in second man. He was trying to fake challenge that. I think he thought Zuriel was last back, and he was, but a little too far back, and then Graf getting a dirty fake of his own, and now 2 goals really here that both teams are deserving of, and we'll have to see if Venom has more tricks in the back pocket other than capitalizing off some overcommits.
And we'll see as a trade of demos comes out. Khan has an opportunity to try to drop it towards the net, but Milk, he's all over that one. Zuriel coming in for the shot. He can't put it quite on target. This ball game all tied up. Flame back on the offense for the moment. Cram could have sent it up and send it away as he's getting harassed there. Zuriel sending it down. Milk last man back. Got to make the touch. He does. But Isaac all over this one. Milk trying to get with it. So it's popped back up. Grab. Gonna clear this one away. Trying to find some offensive pressure, but yeah, Bagels, we had some very highlight shots. Is this one a little bit wide? Follow. Zuriel is going off the crossbar, almost put it in, and I just want to say we had a lot of highlight reel shots, then it kind of died down for a little bit, but Flame right back on the offense now.
Yeah, and again, a situation where, there's a little bit of a whiff coming out. Isaac going to try and charge in now, but great dunk from Grav. But again, Flames in the same position they were in game 1. It's a tied scoreline at the moment, but they're putting up shots. Here's one that Cram will send to the side, but they're putting up shots that they need to be hitting. They're getting a lot of opportunities. Again, they just got the 5th one registered, but they got way more than 5 opportunities. They've got 6, 7, 8 even. And not only are they not putting these opportunities in, but they're not in the right spot on the second and third man pushes. So many times we've seen the last man, even second and third man back for Flame, and they're just too far back. They got to start sending the house, be more aggressive. And if they start getting capitalized off open nets, then adapt. But they're not playing the speed game because it looks like they're faster than Venom, but they're not showing it.
Yeah, it does look like that. What? Oh my goodness, almost. It looked like it was almost own goal in the net. Venom fortunate that one wasn't popping in the back of their net and giving Flame a 2-1 lead. But still, a minute 40 remaining. But these teams going to try to look for a little bit more offense. Grab off the side, sending it down in the midfield. As this ball's popped up, Milk taking one towards the net. Khan has to get to it. He does. A nice little save from him. Going to clear it out to the side, but Grab is coming back towards the midfield. Zuriel with a nice clear. Now it's Cram. Potentially a 3v1 here, but a booming clear. Sending it down, and Isaac has to race back. He's able to get it away to the corner here. This ball popped up in the midfield. Grab looking for the shot. Khan, he's shutting it down again. And now he's on the dribble. What can Khan do? Looking for the flick there. Cram just enough. Able to get that ball in the nick of time here. As we're still tied up. Bagels, a low scoring affair. A lot like game number 1. But at least this one, it's tied up with 1 apiece.
Yeah, and still they've had some good offensive pushes, some great saves from Khan on the defensive half, but they're starting to double commit. Another huge one here. It's going to leave Isaac last back. Gets a 50, but shot still dangerous. Milk there, he can't find the read either. And Flame, if Flame somehow wins this game, they will steal this, as they're starting to give away a lot of opportunities, a lot of rotational errors. And Venom, they're not really capitalizing like they were in game 1. Because Flame, they're running the show on offense again, but they're continually just micro spaces apart from one another. And if you want to capitalize off these hits off the corner of the backboard, you got to be in position quick. Although a big whiff, can Isaac make the touch? Cannot. And now this ball will get tossed in the corner, and we might just have to wait to overtime to decide this back and forth game too.
Final seconds as Venom have a last second miracle to try to take this game, or maybe it's Flame here trying to get to it, but it's going to touch the ground, and we have overtime, our first one of this series. These two teams have been very close, Bagels, and actually this game, the first game, we saw a 2-1 scoreline in favor of Venom as a huge miss cram for the shot. It's saved away from Isaac, but we're gonna have another 2-1 scoreline here. Low scoring affairs in both these games, but that just goes to show you that you need to have your accuracy and you need to take advantage of your opportunities when the games are this close. As taking advantage of an opportunity is Cram, and it was almost saved away by Zuriel, inches away.
Yeah, and Zuriel, he was trying to pass out, get the outlet pass to Khan, and Zuriel, he did all he could, but really, again, he pushed up too far as third man, and you can't do that when the shots are coming down. I can understand he was trying to cut off the opportunity before it got too dangerous, but sometimes you got to let the player take a shot when he's that far out in the midfield. If he's halfway between your box and the midfield line, you're not going to be able to beat him out. And even if you do, your two teammates are on the sidewall. He dishes it off the backboard, the corner, the post, and there'll be a follow up from another Venom player. And they just got to get smarter third man positioning and smarter second and third man positioning on the offense. Again, Flame was running the show on offense, but they couldn't put away opportunities. You were saying it was a close game, saying they got to capitalize, but that's 2 games now where they've been having the more opportunities than not, and they're not putting them away. And making my crystal ball prediction of Flame 4-2 a little rough at the moment. So I'm hoping they can make a mid-series adaptation here, because honestly, Venom, they're up 2-0 in the series, but Flame looks like the better team. They look like the more deadly team, but they're not showing it for some reason.
Yeah, that's a good point. They've had a lot of shots. I think actually in both these first 2 games, Flame has led in the shot department, but it doesn't matter if you can't put them in the back of the net. And Venom, they've capitalized on their opportunities when they've been given, and now they have another huge opportunity here. If they can take this one, they can go up 3-0. And Bagels, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I think Flame has a lot of life left in him, but when you get down to 3-0 here, that could get very dangerous. And we talked about trying to avenge the 4-0 sweep from last season, and that would be catastrophic if they were to get 4-0 swept again by the same team in back-to-back seasons.
That would be tragic.
That would be.
And I don't really have a response to that. And I was really hoping they were going to score right there to put it to rest. But again, the accuracy, hard to really put that one away. It's a tight angle, and a lot of players clustered on the goal line, so I can understand right there. But again, another opportunity that should have been put away, and that one will sneak through. So they remedy the mistake, but not how we want to see it.
It's just a God just all over that one. The 50, it sneaks right around Milk. I mean, Milk was just a tire away from that one, and he almost cleared it away. But hey, sometimes when you're getting a lot of shots, Bagels, eventually some of them will fall in the back of the net. That one, maybe not the most calculated shot, but you put it on net, and sometimes it'll go your way.
Yeah, but that is true. But at the same time, they've been playing aggressive positioning with the second and third man, which is what I've been asking them to do. They're coming out with some demos right here. They're playing the faster game, the infield passes, but this is the dangerous of playing too aggressive, because now the net is open, and he actually back passes it away from the net. And I think that Venom threw away an opportunity right there. But again, Flame, they're starting to play more aggressive, and this could be the mid-series adaptation that they need to see.
Yeah, they were down 0-2, and opted
they did it again.
Not to use their tactical timeout as they do it again, leaving the net wide open. And surely you thought Venom was going to capitalize there, but wasn't meant to be. But as this series has gone on, no tactical timeout used. Reminder, these teams do have a 60-second tactical timeout that they can use in between games in the series. They get 1 per series for these teams in the playoffs, and neither of these 2 teams choosing to use it quite yet. It's still pretty early in the series, 2-0, but Flame opting not to use it, and they're in the lead at the moment. Looking to see if they can add to it as here comes Khan sending it down. But Crab, he's all over it, back to the corner. Pop this one up, Zuriel with a nice touch, but Milk, he's there first, off the backboard. Milk, he's looking for the read, but Khan, a nice one off the backboard there as he clears it away. And now Venom, they're the ones starting to get a couple of opportunities as of the last 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, which is strange to say considering the first two games have gone towards the pressure of Flame, and they're gonna get one right here. Caught out in the defense again. Flame starting to double commit, and Isaac gets the touch, but just bounces off the corner. Khan going for boost when he shouldn't have gone for boost, but the net was open. It wasn't even that dangerous of a shot, and I think Flame may have got the message. Somebody gave him the Morse code about the aggressive second and third man positioning, but they forgot the other half where you got to play smart third man positioning, and somehow Venom are not capitalizing on this opportunity. He fakes it for his teammate, and strange decisions all around as Venom, they're the ones running the show here in Game 3.
Yeah, Venom, they got the series lead, and they just need to hold on as, oh my goodness, Zuriel in the midfield, a banging shot, and Flame back out in front.
Yeah, and if somehow Flame starts to come back in this series, that is a crucial opportunity that Venom did not capitalize on. Not quite sure who the second man was there for Venom, but they just ended up driving right past the ball, maybe deciding that the third man perhaps had a better opportunity, but in fact he did not. And the net was wide open, and they get scored on shortly 10 seconds later. But the way Flame's playing, there will likely be another opportunity for Venom to try and put one through, but I don't know. It's both these teams, I'm expecting them to play a little bit better as the 4 and 5 seed coming into this, but they're showing their flaws. But perhaps we got spoiled with that last matchup.
That is true. You know, we did see two of the top teams in Challenger in the last
Woo!
one, and these two teams is a huge save from Zuriel. You know, maybe not the top of Challenger. These guys are the 4 and the 5 seeds, but Venom, they were able to win their division, which locked them up a 4 seed. You know, they had a couple struggles in the latter half of the season. You know, with Assassins, they were racing down. You know, chasing them down for that division lead, but Venom, they were able to hold on, and you know, Flame, they were another team. You know, Bagels were they had a tough division to deal with. These guys were in the same division as Snowstorm and Flame. They still ended up 13 and 5 regular season record. As this one is just gonna drop in the back of the net.
And again, an opportunity presented itself, and as long as you put it on, Zuriel.
Oh.
And Zuriel's actually been in the right spot. I know I was kind of knocking on him the first game 1, game 2, but he's come up with a lot of stellar saves in that last game too. He almost was able to find the save on the shot that ended up being the victory right there, but just a mechanical error which happens. But you got to start getting some momentum your way, and it was looking like they might be able to take this game, and now it's all tied up 2-2. You're going to allow Venom to try and get back in the driver's seat once again.
40 seconds left. Flame looking to find a rebound, another answer, and Bagels, he does it again. Isaac, he sets one up and puts this one home and gives Flame the lead right back.
Yeah, and Milk, he makes the right challenge. He's trying to send it up the wall in the corner there, trying to buy his team to get back in perfect positioning. But unfortunately for him, slight mistouch leaks out to the middle off of that awkward bounce from the corner, and Isaac known to put in some deadly shots, putting in one there, and still the pressure on for Flame. Zuriel looking for the double to try and keep possession, but will leak out to the middle again, and now, I don't know, can they hold this lead with 20 seconds left?
Oh, the pressure is on. Venom trying desperately. They want this 3-0 lead. It's all but wraps if they can. Only seen one reverse sweep in Nemesis history, but they still need another goal to even have the prospects of pulling off the sweep. As Cram trying to get to it, he can't find the touch. And Milk, he's gonna have to keep it up, send it towards the midfield. Crab with the boost, double committing with the Crab, and that is gonna hit the ground. Flame, they come back, they take game 3, and they're gonna stay alive in this series.
Yeah, it was hard to tell. It looked like he may have taken the opportunity away from his teammate there in the final seconds, but the way the camera was oriented, hard to tell if the player flying in there actually had a deadly shot. But again, Flame, they kind of scrape away with the win here because Venom, they started to show their teeth here. 11 shots, and Flame only put up 5. In the first 2 games, Flame was in control as far as the offense was concerned. So a little concerning, but either way, they're able to scrape away with a win here. And now the series is a 2-1 in Venom's favor. like I was saying, if they just fix the accuracy, fix the micro mistakes in the positioning, honestly, Flame could really be up 3-0 in this series because Venom, they're playing a solid game, but they're not doing anything to impress me really. They're kind of just they're playing some normal Rocket League, and normal Rocket League is sometimes not enough to get your way to a grand finals or a championship.
That is true, but sometimes, like we saw in the first two games of Bagels, I'll say sometimes you just gotta play smart and simple Rocket League. It may not be all that impressive, but Venom, they still have the 2-1 series lead. We saw them capitalize on the mistakes from Flame in the first two games, and they have the lead in the series. But Flame, they are
Oh
hunting
no.
back here as an open net comes through. Cram, he hits it off the
Oh!
post. He had the net to shoot at, but he couldn't hit it. And that one may come back to haunt them if they lose this game. Is surely Bagels, you gotta hit those ones. It's not the easiest angle for challengers sometimes, but one that Cram, I know he's gonna want back.
Yeah, and especially for a player of Cram's caliber, he's got to realize he has a little bit of space right there. He doesn't have to boom the shot in right away. He's trying to slot it in that bottom right corner, and now a double commit, this time on Venom side, as Flame has primarily been the leader in double commits here, but again, another play resulting from Isaac as he gets, not quite sure if he meant to get the touch, but either way, that was a dirty fake coming out of the corner, and Flame, they strike first again.
Yeah, Flame on the board early, and yeah, that was a huge play from Isaac. We didn't really get to talk too much about the guys to watch out for, but with the way the series has gone, I'm definitely looking out for Isaac. I've talked about him before. We saw him, I believe it was last season on Ignite for the novice team in this org, and he is definitely a scary guy when he gives some opportunities, and he's able to get a nice early goal here for Flame. Is Milk trying to fake it out? But sent back away. Now Isaac taking down the pitch, looking to try to find a pre-jumping Zuriel. And now this one could be a counterattack opportunity. Grab up to Cram, and Cram actually touches away the double tap attempt. Definitely not on the same page there on that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's a low percentage chance of scoring that double anyway. I think he kind of had the right idea to try and pass it to the middle, get the nutty connection, as Flame almost finding a connection on their offensive side. But again, it's great you mentioned up Isaac, as Zuriel actually taking this one away from Khan, looking for a flick, but Milk finding the save. And surprisingly enough, it seems like Isaac has the most threatening pressure here as third man of the roster here. He's coming up with a lot of the offensive plays. He's starting the offensive drives, making dangerous opportunities. Again, right there, didn't really work out for him, but he's forcing Venom to think. He's forcing Venom to wait for what Isaac wants to do, and they're going to have to adapt to him. So realistically, I think it's a battle of the second and third man for the rest of the series. It's up to Zuriel and Khan to step up, and on the other side, Milk and Grab to support Cram.
Oh,
And again, he puts it through.
Oh my goodness, Isaac, he is just making it happen here. He just takes it right over the defender. I think Grab maybe caught in a little bit of no man's land, and Milk just not quick enough to get to it.
Yeah, it looked like he may have been getting harassed by Khan in the backfield a few seconds prior, so perhaps having to be forced outside of his box a little bit. But either way, the third man for Venom probably should have been anticipating that ball to slip past and should have been there for the shot. But you know what? This is good for Flame. They're starting to play their game. They're having the smart second and third man positioning, trying to get Isaac to start these opening drives, although the infield pass over to Cram, trying to get some offense of their own. And now we're in familiar territory here, Rockerman, where Flame is leading the offense. But the last time Flame was leading the offense, they threw their lead, so we'll have to see if they can hold on and try and bring it back 2-2.
We'll have to see is Venom. They've played pretty well so far in this one, as well as Khan, and a little bit of a double commit there. Is this ball going to be sent away? But Venom,
Oh, here he is.
to find themselves. Here's Isaac looking for the shot, but it's saved away. As Flame, they're really trying to keep this offense going, led by Isaac. It's Cram off the corner. Khan keeping the pressure on. Sent away. But Dembo comes through. Milk looking to chase it down, looking to make it happen. There, he gets it by one, but Isaac, he's back just in time. He's on the dribble now, looking to take it towards the net. Could be cleared away to the corner though. It's Grab. Can't find the clear he's looking for. And Bagels, we're down to just about a minute remaining. And Venom, they haven't put up the major shot totals, and it's the same storyline here. Only 3 shots and 0 goals. to their name, and they've got a minute to make 2 more goals happen.
Yeah, and again, going back to that opportunity that Cram had early on in the game, opportunity to start some momentum to get the series going back in their favor is pass play almost developing for them, but 30 seconds left. They're going to have to find 2 now, but going back to that early opportunity, could have started some good momentum, and Cram, he just missed the shot, and that could have been a decider here for Game 4, because now Flame, they're right back in the driver's seat, and this time they're not willing to throw away the lead, although here's a big team pinch. This one might just roll straight in. The save coming out and 20 seconds left. It's looking like Flame are looking like they want to have a factor left, a say left in this series.
Is this one just a little bit wide? Zuriel looking for the angle grab, going to make the save, but it's dangerous, still in front of the net. And with the time ticking away, Flame just happy to play it safe and hold on here, as they are going to take this game number 4, and we got ourselves a tied series, Bagels, at 2-2. And I want to pose this question to you, as these guys are keeping the ball up. Is now the time for Venom to use their tactical timeout? You were up 2-0, drop down to. What do you think?
I think that'd be a good decision, as this one will finally touch the ground. Again, I mean, even if they do take the timeout, I'm not really sure what the solution is, because for me, watching this team, and normally, like, I do a lot of replay reviews with some of my teams, and we've been casting for a while, and they will take the timeout. Cram, putting it there in chat. Just from a playstyle standpoint, it just doesn't look like the playstyles match up between Venom and Flame here. Venom, they just look like a slower team than Flame. And Flame, they have the mechanics. Cram's trying to get some air dribbles going. He's trying to set up some opportunities like Isaac's doing. But the connections just aren't being made for Venom. And then the one time they double commit on defense, Flame's there to score, because now Flame has made that mid-series adaptation. They've got stronger third-man positioning and stronger second and third-man rotations on offense. And Venom, they kind of snuck away with 2 wins, and they've lost the last 2. Granted, the scorelines have been close, but they're not making any adaptations. They're still, like I was saying, they're trying to play normal Rocket League, safe Rocket League. And now that Flame is starting to play a little bit better, they don't have an answer. But I guess just from a playstyle standpoint, they just got to speed it up. They got to make Flame start to make those mistakes again.
Yeah, definitely so. And I think Bagels, some of it is Flame is starting to feel a lot more comfortable. And I wonder, it seems like Venom, their play style just seems simple. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can be a bad thing. So I wonder, what do you think about possibly trying to incorporate maybe some demos or trying to change up that play style? I know you said you weren't quite sure what to do, but if I had a guess, maybe that's something that they could look to do.
Yeah, I mean, the main issue is, like I was saying, the speed. But with speed comes creating more opportunities. The faster you are, you're going to be forcing Flame to be making some potential mistakes. So not only unforced errors, so just missed touches or whatever comes out of Flame, but forcing them to make a touch off the corner, forcing them to be in a spot that they don't want to be in, because then you can start forcing those errors and get it going. And that's what the demos can do. So if you're the faster team, you create more opportunities for yourself. You're making missed touches happen. You're more likely to get some boost steals out of the corners, even the 12 pads, and the demos could be a factor. So if Venom come back and just play a faster game, a lot of opportunities open up on the field for them.
We'll have to see. And off the rip, they are coming out of their timeout, and they are looking to play a lot faster. That's what I noticed in the first couple seconds, as they ring out a couple of close opportunities on net. We'll have to see. That's the one thing, you talked about mid-series adaptations. Now it's a timeout. Can Venom adapt? Try to bring this one back. This ball in the midfield. Kraft going to
They
clear it
look
out.
faster. They look faster.
They do look faster, Bagels. I think that you're exactly right. That might have been the move that they went for. Let's dive in. Let's play fast.
Absolutely. It seems to be working out for them so far, because they're forcing those errors. They're putting Flame on the back foot. Got 2 shots already in this ball. Again, more double commits coming out, but we'll have to see if they can play some solid defense of their own.
We'll have to see as this game 5 is underway. Winner could put themselves on match point. If you guys are just tuning in, we saw Venom take the first 2 games of this series. Is this one out in front of the net? Cram doesn't get the save he wanted, and Khan is going to put it in as Flame looking for their 3rd game in a row.
Yeah, but that was just a huge demo coming out from Isaac. But again, Isaac has been the playmaker here for Flame, and Zuriel, he tried to slot that one bottom left, and that was as best of a shot as he could put on. And the final defender for Flame, he got the save, but ended up bouncing straight off the corner. But, you know, you tried suggesting the demos, but Flame decided to put that in their playbook this time.
Yeah, they did, and you know.
Oh, here he is again. Oh
What a
my.
nice play, Isaac's looking for it. Oh my goodness, you gotta watch out for that man right here. He looks like a dangerous mechanical man. You give him some space, and he's looking for another one there. Is Flame trying to add to their lead, but the Venom is trying to play fast. And you know, sometimes Bagels, you know, there are definitely downsides to playing fast as well. You know, you talk about being fast and getting a lot of pressure, but sometimes you can play too fast and a little bit out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, and that's how Flame got scored on in those 2 goals in game number 1. They were playing so fast. They were trying to keep up the offensive pressure, trying to force an opportunity. That came back to bite them, and now Milk on the opposite side, flicking it a little high, but you know what? The net was open either way. But again, they're playing with such pace this game. They're out-shooting Flame, and this is the adaptation they need to make. And they look faster. Just the demo came out. It was a good goal from Flame, but now they come back and tie it up 1-1.
Yeah, great goal there, Milk. Taking a little bit of control there, and a good answer back here out of the timeout as a passing play almost goes through, and looks like almost a Rule 1 in net there. I think they're actually going to break out of it there, a little bit too close for comfort. I don't think we've seen a Rule 1 yet in the playoffs, but I think we actually did see one in the play-in tournament, and teams held it to their respect there. But we'll see if we ever see one here in the playoffs. So far in this game number 5, these two teams tied at 1 apiece. As here comes Milk throwing towards the net, looking for the double, but he doesn't have the boost to follow. And Venom just a little bit out of position. That was a great opportunity to follow up, but they're not quite ready. The second and third man position you talked about for Flame, as a huge demo comes through. Milk on the goal line, another huge save this time on the defensive end.
Yeah, but even though Milk didn't find that double, it was the threat of the double, and he forced the last defender for Flame to try and rush up. It's now double whiff in the midfield coming out. Can Flame capitalize? Looking like they're struggling a little bit, looking for the back pass. Khan there for the shot in it right side, top shelf, and just enough to sneak through and Flame take back the lead.
Oh, Isaac with a huge fake, and then the back pass just wiping 2 defenders out of the play. And Khan, now that is perfect placement right there, Bagels, finding that upper 90 there and giving his team the lead yet again.
Yeah, and we've mainly been talking about Isaac as he's being the playmaker all series for Flame, but Khan stepping up big with 2 goals here in Game 5, and this is a big swing game, especially after being down 2-0 in the series. Everybody on Flame is going to need to step up if they're going to have to keep Venom at bay, because Venom, they're playing normal Rocket League, but they are starting to ramp up the pace. They're getting shots. They're meeting Flame with the velocity here in Game 5. And Venom could easily come back and swing this to another tied scoreline.
We'll have to see, though. 1:30 only on the clock for Venom. They're leading the shot department, but only by 1 here. Is this ball up in the midfield? Grab a nice little touch pass, but Khan, he was all over it to clear it away. And now Milk left his last man back. Isaac to Khan in the midfield. Off the post. The follow is saved away. A missed opportunity. And we mentioned it earlier in the 2 games that Flame lost, the missed opportunities. And if Venom can bounce back here, Bagels, another one you might be looking at. Let one slip away.
Yeah, you got to have some good comms right there. Put the opportunities away when you can get them. Because now, Venom, they're looking for some bumps of their own, but not able to find them. But we'll have to see if that comes back to bite him as Venom looking to get more chances. And again, Milk coming up with 2 goals of his own, and it does come back. Instead of a 3-1 scoreline, we are now 2-2. Could very well have to be decided in regulation, because Venom, they're looking good here in Game 5.
Yeah, they definitely are, and what a huge play to tie it up. They need this one after the timeout that they called, trying to force it and put themselves on match point with a spot in the semifinals on the line against number 1 seeded Snowstorm, who we just saw in the previous match take that one in a banger. Game 7 series. This one off the backboard. Here's grab in the midfield, but it's shut down. Cleared away. This ball's popping up. Khan gonna send it down. 20 seconds now. This one getting close to that time. Isaac in the midfield grab. Gonna make a nice clear as Zuriel. He's popping it up, sending it towards the net. Cram. He's gonna find that clear as the final 10 seconds of regulation. Does someone have a buzzer beater?
Oh
Go
no!
Khan! He's trying to find the angle, but he can't. Still a follow-up
The
pass
pass!
in the midfield.
Oh no!
Isaac, he can't hit it in. And now Venom, wait, do they have a counterattack? This ball's popped up, and Flame trying to ground it.
Oh,
But again, it's up on the other side now. Venom keep
still
this ball in
dangerous.
the air. And Isaac, he's going to keep it up here into the
Oh!
corner. It's going to go around. Oh my goodness.
Imagine though, imagine if Khan was lurking right there waiting.
Oh my goodness, that one Bengals fought it back and forth in final seconds. That's why you gotta wait until the ball touches the ground.
Absolutely. Game is never over, and opportunities resulting on both sides of the offenses. But again, Flame, now they're double committing. Still putting the pressure on, keeping the possession here in the Venom corner. But honestly, I feel like if Flame loses this game, I think just by virtue, I think Venom just might win the series because Flame, they're starting to show their errors again. Now that Venom's starting to speed up, and again, the missed save coming out. He gets the initial touch, but again, I mean, Venom, they deserve to win this game, but Flame, they had a chance to get that extra insurance goal, and they did not capitalize. And again, both overtimes have gone Venom's way.
Yeah, they have, and we talked about it. You mentioned their bagels. I was hoping it wasn't going to be the case for Flame, but the open net that they threw away there, it comes back to haunt them, and those are the ones that sting the most. Is now Flame find themselves one game away from going home, and Venom one more game for them, and they're heading on to the semis.
Yeah, and I just mentioned it a second ago, but that's two heartbreaking OT losses, and
Yeah.
realistically, the games have been close, but I really feel like Flame is through and through the better team in the series, and they're gonna opt not to take the time out here, going straight into Game 6 on Forbidden Temple. But they just they gotta play perfect now, because now they have to play from behind, down 3-2. They're gonna have to play some perfect Rocket League to win Game 6 and move into Game 7.
Yeah, we will have to see. Venom looking to eliminate Flame for the second straight season here. They can pull off a win. Reminder: this was a grand finals rematch from last season where Venom, they ended up taking it all in the sweep, winning the season as that number 8 underdog. But circumstances have changed this season. New rosters for both these guys, and they find themselves in a highly contested quarterfinal battle. The winner moving on to the semis here is we're into game number 6. Forbidden Temple. With everything on the line. It's Cram. He's going to set this one up here. Comes Milk looking for the shot, but no one able to connect there. Is that one almost a shot? And another one pinched away, but Milk is there for the follow. It's off the post, and Isaac, he's
Oh my God,
cleared away,
no!
but a bad clear, and no one capitalized it. And oh my goodness, calamity in front of the Flame net in the beginning seconds here, Bagels.
Yeah, this time Venom struggling a little bit with the accuracy, but at the same time, Flame struggling to have an answer to these clears and these shots, and Grab, he's coming in, or Cram, excuse me, but this time a big save coming out from Isaac to see if they can transition down the opposite side. He breaks through, but off target. Now Flame charging in. Zuriel looking to step up here, but this one will get dished over to Khan, and again, I kind of brought it up earlier. It's a battle of the second and third man here, and Melk, he stepped up big last time, and Khan got 2 goals as well, but Zuriel and Grab really don't have an answer here for their teams, as one's going to slip through from Cram, and it just goes through. Just goes through.
I think that was a perfect pass there, Bagels. Look at that Milk just right behind the defender. And Cram, he was waiting in the midfield for the shot. A great play. And, despite all of the craziness that is Forbidden Temple, there's always something crazy that goes on. And we saw that in the first little bit there. But, oh my goodness, no. That one going to be put in the back of their own net. Graf gets credit, but a tough mistake for Flame.
And if they make this save, they double committed in the midfield, and they could likely transition down the field very effectively. But again, this is what I was saying though. Venom, they speed the game up. Not only are they making the unforced errors, they are forcing the mistouches for this team. They're putting them in awkward spots, and that's what speed does. And it looks like they're starting to get more control of the boost game. And when we're talking about the highlight reel players for these two teams, Isaac and Cram, if they both have boost, they can set up some more dangerous opportunities and allow the second and third men to thrive. And that's starting to be what's happening, is now Milk looking for the solo play but couldn't get the flick. Gets the demo to boot though. Khan now awkward. He can't find the read. Melt charging in for the follow. And
Oh,
another big save from Isaac, who this time is not really getting involved on the offense, but the lapse in
oh.
rotation will leave it open. And an all but pivotal game 7 is a 3-0 lead that's going to be very daunting for Flame. But you know what? We've seen what happens with 3-0 leads just last
Oh.
series, Rocker Man.
That is true. We saw a 3-0 lead in the game 7 from the last series, and Snowstorm, they came roaring back from a 3-0 lead, so nothing is safe, especially in the playoffs here. And now Flame is on the attack. Oh, almost able to slot that one through, but Milk, a huge save, and saves big on both sides. Is Flame forced on the defense again, but they
Oh,
cannot save this one. A fourth one goes through. Venom is looking really good. They want this match.
yeah, and just more continual mistakes. And unfortunately, I mean, I hate to do it, but more often than not, when Venom is scoring, Zuriel has been last back in the third man position and either gets a missed touch or a touch just doesn't come out. And I think Venom are starting to see that. They're starting to exploit it. As Zuriel, he does get a good pass. He
Oh,
gets some good momentum. 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. It's not going to be easy. But again, if they pick up the pace, they have proven to be the faster of the two teams here for Flame, and it's going to be a tough ask, though.
oh, but wait a minute though. We've got 2 minutes 15 seconds on Forbidden Temple Bagels. We saw what happened in the last. We saw what happened in the last match. It's possible. It's possible, but they're gonna need some good drives here in short succession. As Grab trying to buy some time, he goes for a flip reset, gonna find it, but not too much to it. Zuriel has an opportunity.
Be clear.
Venom is overcommitted, but Milk just able to get back. That was almost a huge opportunity.
Where's
This
Isaac?
one going a little bit wide. Isaac is up, but the clear comes out. Flame has committed all of their players. The net is open to Grab. Can't put it in. Actually, Khan, he would have been there anyways, but now the time, a huge factor. It's a shot coming through, but it's cleared away. And Bagels, 3 goals, a minute 30. It's looking rough. They got to turn this around into some offense real quick.
It's possible, and they're starting to rush their opportunities, and I don't blame them. The clock's certainly a factor, but Khan had the final defender basically caught with his pants down. He just boomed the shot straight at him. They're starting to panic. They're starting to double commit in the midfield. Isaac and Zuriel not on the same page on the offense, and now another opportunity going Venom's way. Now, clock continuing to dwindle. 1 minute left. They're going to have to hope for one here and get a quick kickoff goal to boot.
And now we're getting down to only seconds left in the Flame season as Milk. He may have just put in the dagger. It is 5-1. Yet he may just has just snuffed out the Flame.
That is absolutely the dagger, as a nice chemistry physics joke right there.
Thank you, thank you.
But again, this is what I was saying. You can only lose so many heartbreak games before you can't come back and you can't meet Venom, because Venom, it took them 5 games to make a mid-series adaptation. They started to speed up, and once Venom started to speed up, Flame, they couldn't really combat with it, and they really threw away too many open net misses, too many double commits on the defense, and Venom, they've come back and they have taken control of this series, and they will be moving on here because it is not happening with 30 seconds left. I can tell you that.
Yeah, definitely not. It looks like Venom is going to eliminate Flame for the 2nd straight season here, and they're going to be moving on to a date with Snowstorm, who we just saw take an epic Game 7 victory over the Tigers in that last matchup. And you got to give it to him here in Flame as final seconds are ticking away, but they performed well. You mentioned it. It took them a while to adapt mid-series, but they held the lead and they held on where it counts. And this one is going to go Venom's way. They are moving on to the semifinals.
And they were the more consistent of the two teams. They minimalized their mistakes, and they really snuck away with games 1 and 2, because Flame, those were right for the picking for them. But again, that's what consistency does. And then by the time they had to be inconsistent or change their play style, they did find it. But like I said, before that dagger got put in overtime, game 5, I was like, I literally said, I was like, if they lose this game, Venom takes the series, because
Yeah.
that is such a huge swing game. They won 2 games in a row, so credit to them. But you lose that game, it's such a big swing game, especially since they haven't been capitalizing on all their opportunities. and Venom saw the blood in the water, and they showed up big because once they started playing a faster playstyle, Flame couldn't compete.
Yeah, definitely so. And you got to give him props. Venom is moving on. And what a great series there. Again, quick shout out again to Rogue, gifting 20 subs before this match started, rooting on his Venom boys. So thank you again, Rogue, newly promoted manager. Congrats to him. And thank you for the gifted subs. But we have got to get going to our next matchup here. We are heading to the Novice League, where we have the Ninjas taking on Frost, a highly anticipated Novice showdown. I've heard the chatter in the Novice General chat. These teams are very excited to get this one going. So make sure you guys stick around for that one. And again, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys are joining the Discord, getting involved for next season. Should be coming up with season 7 here, which is kind of crazy to think about. Season 7 coming up soon. So make sure to check out the Discord, and also make sure to check out our socials. And make sure to follow the Twitch channel if you haven't already here, so you guys can get involved in Nemesis, and you guys can stay up to date with all of our playoff action. We're streaming every single playoff match, so you guys want to make sure you stick around for that one. But we're heading to a short break. We're heading to some novice action. Get your novice moment emotes ready.
Oh
We'll be back.
no.
We'll be back in a couple minutes.